Hi, it's Bill Hansbury here, and I just wanted to do an instructional video for my parents on doing the repeated oral reading exercises that get sent home for homework practice. So repeated oral reading is a fairly common activity which aims to increase students' fluency. However, when we do it in the Playberry, the passages that come home are completely controlled. So they're considerate texts using only letters and sounds that the student has been taught in the Playberry structure. So when a homework sheet comes home, it might look something like this. It'll say homework reading sheet, or it might be something that the tutor or specialist teachers made themselves without the Playberry branding logo, obviously, because we do encourage people that are trained with us to make their own sheets. So anyway, this is what you do. Now, when it comes home from me, you'll see often I'll have 1, 2, and 3 written, and 1, 2, and 3 written. And what that says is I want the student to read each of these, the words in the box, and down here, the sentences, 3 times aloud to an adult. Now, please don't leave your child alone to read this without you, because what they'll just end up doing is, if they're not sounding out, they'll be guessing, they'll be reinforcing their guessing, and if they get it wrong, there's no one there to correct them. So we really want them to do this. It's an absolute must that this is done with an adult nearby them. So this is how they do it. Get the timer out and make sure it's clear, or whatever you're using. And you put your pencil or marker or whatever you're pointing at the words with on the words, and the student just starts reading them. So they will go sip, tip, nip, pin, and if they get it wrong like I just did, you don't say a word, you just keep your pencil on until they have another go. Oh, pip, snip, sit, pit, knit, it, spin, spit, sin, tin, pin, spin, sips, sits, sins, spins, spits. When they've completed, stop the timer, and you'll write their first time down. And no point making any comment, just go, well done, I like the way you used your sounding out there. And then we're going to go again. We will reset the timer, and we're going to go immediately again, and we'll get the time down. Now beware, on the second go, what some students will do is they'll click back into guessing. They'll think, right, I've got this, and they'll try and go too fast. So I'll try and show what we can sometimes see with students. Sip, tip, nisp, nip, pip, simp, snip, sit, pit, knit, it, spit, sin, tin, and so on until the end. And then we'll stop the timer at the end and we'll write down the seconds. So this student might have been heading for, I don't know, a time of say 43 seconds. Don't always expect though that there'll be a reduction in time, because if they do get guessy and a bit cocky and stop decoding, you'll often see that time's a bit bigger, and you'll just say to them, hey, why do you reckon that was a bit slower? Oh, I was guessing. Okay, and then they'll do it for a third time immediately after. Don't worry if you don't see a reduction in time. It's fine. It's nice to see it, but nobody gets in trouble if they don't. Then same for the sentences. Timer will, just clear that, time will start, student will go sip, it, pip, it, spins, nip, sits, in, it. Now I'll just stop the timer for a tick to show you something. You don't have to go word for word with all students as they read. If you like, you can slowly go underneath, or you can just keep your pen right out of it and let them track with their finger. Finger tracking is fine. If the pen helps, use it, or the pencil helps, use it. I don't think there's any hard and fasts here. However, if they get guessy, same thing applies. If they guess it and miss it, just keep your finger, or bring it in and put it on the word for them, and they can correct. So let's just say you're not using it. They're up to sentence 3. Nip sits on it, and you'll bring in your pen, to show them that they got in it. And that's how that works. And at the end, you will again write the time down. They'll start again, time it, second time, they'll start again, time it, third time. And that's how we do repeated oral reading tasks. Adult must be there, must silently hold a finger or a pen on an error, not saying anything, letting them do their decoding. Okay, I hope that was something helpful for you. Cheers.